Hi guys, welcome to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be showing you guys how to make this beautiful simple gown with a V shape and a skirt ruffle. Okay, so this is going to be the sewing tutorial video. I already have the pattern drafting and cutting tutorial video up there on my channel. Okay, do want to go and watch it. And I want to really appreciate you guys for your likes and your comments and subscription you guys are supporting this channel with. If you are yet to subscribe to this channel, please do want to subscribe and turn on post notification, so whenever I upload a video like this you get notified. If you end up enjoying this video, don't forget to like and also leave your comments. This really helps my algorithm a lot. Please always like and leave a comment. If you have any question, feel free to ask me at the comment section. I will definitely respond to you. So without further ado, let us dive into this video. So guys, I've already gone ahead to cut this out on my fabric, as you can see. So I went ahead to add 1/2 inch joining allowance, and for the opening I went ahead to add 4 inch for the opening. Okay, as I earlier said on the pattern drafting video. So I went ahead to add 1/2 inch on the back side, both the neck and also the downside. So as you can see on all the fabrics, I went ahead to add 1/2 inch joining allowance round, both for the front and also for the back. So do well to add 1/2 inch joining allowance. So after I was done doing that, I went ahead to cut out lining for each of these pieces. Okay, so these are the linings for the back and the front and the upper part. So for the lining for the front side, I went ahead to use the same fabric, while for the lining for the back I went ahead to use normal lining, as you can see on the screen. So this is the upper part and the down part. So this is how it look like. As you can see, this is so beautiful. So I'm just going to go ahead and remove the pin, as you can see me doing. So once I was done removing it, this is how it look like. So I'm just going to go ahead and open it up like this. So the next thing I'm going to be doing now is to go ahead and lining it. So as you can see me doing, I'm just going to go ahead and place the lining at the front side of the fabric. Please place your lining at the front side. Then once I was done, go ahead and pin it down, just like as you can see me doing. The next thing I'm going to be doing is to take it to the sewing machine and sew the neck like this, then top stitch. Then once I'm just top stitching, I will sew the back like this and sew the sides like this. I'm not going to be sewing the armhole. Okay, so while for the front, I'm just going to go ahead and remove the pin. So the lining for the front, I actually went ahead to use the same fabric for the lining as well. Okay, so I'm just going to make sure the right side of the materials are facing each other. Then I'll go ahead and place it like this. Then we'll take it to the sewing machine and sew it from, I will sew it like this part. I will sew the other side, then I will sew the side like this, then sew the other side. That is all I'm going to be doing for the front. Okay, so I will keep this aside. Then this is the downside of the front, which is the V shaped. So I'm just going to go ahead and open it up. Then I will place the lining on it like this. Make sure the right sides are both facing each other. Then I will sew the up like this. Then I will sew the sides like this. I will sew this other side like this. That is all I'm going to be doing for the front. Then for the back, I'm going to be repeating the same thing. I will lining it. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and arrange my lining on it. Then I will sew the zipper area like this. I will sew the zipper area, then I will sew the sides like this. That is all I'm going to be doing for the back. So guys, I've gone ahead to sew it. This is how it look. After sewing it, I went ahead to iron it, and this is how it actually look. You can see how beautiful it is. So once I was done, I went ahead to turn it out from the neck area. Then after turning it out, I went ahead to stitch it down. So I went ahead to stitch the down area. Please take note, I did not turn the down side. I did not turn the armhole area. After sewing it, after turning the V-neck and the side, I went ahead to turn it out before stitching it down. I also did the same thing for the back. After sewing the sides and also the zipper area, I went ahead to turn it out, then iron it, then stitch down the shoulder, the armhole, and also the down, as you can see. So as you can see, it cannot open. I'm just doing this just for you to know what I'm trying to say or understand what I'm saying. While for the downside, which is the V-shaped, I went ahead to turn it out like this. After turning it out, this is how it look like. Then after turning it out, I went ahead to iron it, then stitch it down. Okay, because so that it will not be opening, so that when I want to attach the upper part, it will be very easy. Then also for this V shape, I went ahead to stitch it down to avoid shifting or opening when I want to attach the ruffle. I also did the same thing for the back, just like as you can see. So after sewing it, I went ahead to iron everything out. So once I'm done with that, the next thing I'm going to be doing now is to gather the cup. That is the upper side of the dress, which is the yoke or the cup, depending on what you call it. You can go ahead and run a stitch on it if your machine can actually give you that loose stitching, but for me my machine does not do this loose stitching. Okay, so what I normally do is I will just go ahead and thread my needle, then from there use it to do this gather stitch I want to do, just like as you can see me doing. Okay, so I'm currently using my needle for this. So I wanted to do the same thing for the two sides. So before I tie it up, I will first of all go ahead and measure what I have here for the down. Go ahead and measure it. Okay, so what I have there, I'll go ahead and measure what I have after the gather. So if the gather is not enough, I'll go ahead and loosen it up. If it's enough, I'll go ahead and tie it up. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and, oh my god, my ring light is off. So now that is enough, I'm just going to go ahead and tie it up. So I'm going to be doing the same thing for the other side. Okay, this is how it look like. You are going to see it. So these are the two cups. So I'm just going to go ahead and attach this to the downside. Okay, so this is how it should look like once you are done. So the next thing I'm going to be doing now is to attach this. I will pin it to the downside, which is the downside. I'll go ahead and mark. I'll go ahead and measure this at the upper part, just like as you can see me doing. I will divide it into two. I'll bend my tape, then I'll mark the middle because I just need to get the middle of this downside. So from that middle that I marked, I'll go ahead and start attaching the upper part of this dress. I'll go ahead and attach it like this, then I will pin it down. Hope you guys are understanding what I'm saying. I'll go ahead and pin it round. So this is how it look like. So I'll take it to the sewing machine and sew it like this. Okay, so right now I'll also go ahead and pin the other side just like the same way I pinned the first one. Then I will take it to the sewing machine as well and sew it. So this is how it look like after I was done pinning it down. Okay, so I'll take it to the sewing machine and sew it like this. So when you are doing this, just be careful and be patient, okay, while doing this. So once I was done sewing the front, then the next thing I'm going to be doing now is to attach the back, the upper side of the back to the down side of the back. Okay, just like as you can see me doing. So I'll go ahead and bend it like this and pin it down. Please, if you're watching me, you've not subscribed, please do it to subscribe and like this video. I will pin it down, then take it to the sewing machine and sew it. So once I was done sewing it, this is how it look like. You can see how beautiful this is. Okay, so go ahead and iron it if you are done sewing it. So if you have weaving machine, go ahead and weave it. If you don't have weaving machine, you can leave it. Okay, so this is the back side. You can see this is so accurate. So I want to iron the opening. So the next thing I'm going to be doing now is to attach the zip to the back. I'll go ahead and measure the space I'm going to be leaving for the zip. So I'll go ahead and mark the space I'm going to be leaving, which is 22 inches. Then I'll go ahead and sew the remaining parts like this. I'll take the sewing machine and sew it. So guys, I'm done sewing it. This is how it look like. Okay, this is how it look like. So go ahead and iron it once you're done sewing it, or you can leave it and iron it later. So the next thing I'm going to be doing now is to insert the zip on it and pin it down, then take it to the sewing machine and sew it like this. Okay, to sew zip is very easy. I'm done sewing it. This is how it look like. So the next thing I'm going to be doing now is to place the front side of this dress to the back side, then take it to the sewing machine and sew the. So go ahead and sew the shoulder together. So guys, I'm done sewing it. This is how it look like. Okay, so I'm done sewing the shoulder. Then the next thing I'm going to be doing now is to pin the sides together. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and pin the sides together like this. It's very easy, just pay attention. Okay, I'll go ahead and pin the other side just like as you can see me doing. So once I was done pinning it, I will take my measurement. So I'm not going to be taking the measurement from the front. I'll turn it to the back side, okay, and take my body measurement. So remember, I actually added 1.5 inch stitching allowance. So I'm just going to go ahead and mark that 1.5 inch that I added. So after I'm done marking it, I'll go ahead and trace it like this, like mark it out. So if you added 1 inch, go ahead and mark that same 1 inch. Okay, if it's 1.5 inch or 2 inches, go ahead and mark it. So I'll take the sewing machine and sew it like this, and sew this other side. So guys, I'm done sewing it. This is how it look like. I see how beautiful it is. So for the armhole area, I did not sew it from the beginning. I left some space, while for the down side I left 1 inch space. I did not sew it to the end. Okay, so this is how it look like. So I'm just going to go ahead from the shoulder and measure the full length of my gown. Okay, so go ahead and measure the full length of your gown. For me, the full length is 13.5. a bit. The full length of my gown was 37. So what I did is that what I have from the shoulder to the V shape, this space, is